There has been another episode, more content, more story, more lore. Dragon Ball Super episode 57 and the preview for Dragon Ball Super episode 58 has just come out today. And you know what, I'm tired of hearing, hey guys, we have the new best episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 55. Hey guys, we have the new best episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 56. Hey guys, we have the new best episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 57. Episode 57, Zamasu says that he is going to be creating an ideal world, and in that ideal world, he doesn't need mortals and quote-unquote god-fighting jerks like Goku. And I need to point out that the title of this episode is Advent of the Immortal God. Now here's where things actually get kind of confusing. There's two Zamasus. We have the one fighting everyone in Trunks' timeline, and then we have the one back in Universe 10. And only one of them so far is immortal. I think we can all guess which one it is. It's the one in future Trunks' timeline. Anyway, how he gets his immortality isn't exactly clear or confirmed yet, but there was a scene with Goasu, and as we know, he is the mentor of Zamasu. He was telling him about the Super Dragon Balls, and really there's no other way that we know of to attain immortality, so if I were to guess, he would be using the Super Dragon Balls, summoning the Golden Dragon, and that is how he would be getting his immortality. But going back, this latest episode, this latest bit of content, it was all action, and I'm not talking about that Resurrection F. If you remember back to the Resurrection F arc of Dragon Ball Super, when Goku was fighting Frieza, there was a lot of action, but it wasn't really engaging, you weren't that in it. But this was completely different. We see Trunks, and this blew my mind. When he was training with Vegeta, I never expected him to actually develop one of Vegeta's techniques. Trunks doesn't have a new form, but he has got the next best thing. He pulls out the Final Flash, and I really like this because we see guys like Goku do the Kamehameha, that's his signature move. We see Gohan and Goten do it because they're obviously his sons. And now the same thing's kind of happening with Vegeta's side of the family, even though he does only have one son, and I doubt Kid Trunks can do it. Eventually Goku and Trunks stand no chance against Zamasu. And again, this Zamasu isn't the Zamasu we saw back a few episodes ago, the guy who took on Goku. This is the future Zamasu, the immortal Zamasu, so of course he's going to be stronger, and that's why he's taken on guys like Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Trunks at once. So at this point, Zamasu and the Super Saiyan Rose Black Goku, they're too much for Vegeta, Trunks, and Goku. And of all people to save them, it's Yajirobe. So he sends them back to the normal timeline, and they are wiped out when they get back. They're lying almost dead on the ground, everyone thinks they're dead, and that's where we switch over to the current, or the back in Universe 10 Zamasu, and he's actually watching the Universal Tournament on TV. Him and Goasu were there, they're pretty much talking about Goku and how does he have God Ki. The conversation eventually leads on to the Super Dragon Balls, and that's how Goasu ends up telling him. Next thing we know, Zamasu is literally right outside Zuno's house, and for those of you who don't know who Zuno is, because it has been a while, back in I think it was episode 31, Bulma and Jacko went out to find more about these Super Dragon Balls from this all-knowing being, and that was Zuno, and that is where the episode cuts off with Zamasu staring down Zuno, wanting an answer. This leads us into the next episode preview. Zamasu is pretty much waving around at Zuno, wanting answers. It then cuts to a shot of him summoning the Almighty, the apparent infinite dragon, and I'm pretty confident in saying that's how he's going to get immortality, because really, how else do you get immortality? Anyway, the next episode is titled Zamasu and Black. Their mystery deepens. I don't see how they could deepen the mystery any more than it already is, but the next episode is looking like it's going to be all about Zamasu and Black, which is a good thing. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and until we meet again, I will see you in the next Dragon